I've been on and off with journaling for about 2 years, but I struggle with the consistency. I usually write when something significant happened or my emotions were high. It is very difficult to be disciplined every day, but I do appreciate the mental clarity that journaling brought me. With the new year's approaching, it feels like the perfect time to restart my journaling initiatives, but with a more systematic and sustainable way. That's when I came across the concept of the bullet journal. I'm very impressed with its fusion of mindfulness practice and a productivity system. My deeper understanding came from Ali Abdaal's interview with Ryder Carroll, the creator of the bullet journal. I resonate with the idea that it's not just about organizing activities, but gaining clarity on why you are doing them.
But a lot of it is just asking yourself questions. Is this serving? Is this not serving? The idea of the ritual is that you take a step back and just look at the things that you're working on. Is it serving you? Are you getting anything out of it? Why? Why not? And then based on that reflection, if you will, you make a choice. Do I continue doing this or do I not?
This year, I've been trying to live a more intentional life and make better life choices, so I'm really curious to see if this is gonna work for me. To start, I've set aside some time to sit quietly with a notebook and a pen, pondering why I want to journal. What are my reasons? I haven't had a moment for quiet reflection in a long time, and I really enjoy this process. It is a time when I focus entirely on myself and become curious about my thoughts. This is an excellent self-care practice. So I have written down 4 reasons that why do I want to journal. And the first thing is that I want to document my life. I want to be fully conscious on how I'm spending my time every day and what I'm feeling while I'm doing different things, because this will help me in the future plan what I should be doing more or less. And the next thing is that I want this to be a habit tracker because I want to prioritize my health, both physical and mental health, but I don't want to give myself too many things to do. So I only want to track 2 things. One is meditation and the next is exercise, and just these 2. And the next is that I want this to also be my planner because right now my notes are all over the place. I have it on my Notion, my iPhone calendar, or I just try to remember it. And it didn't work out really well for me at the moment. Sometimes I just completely forget about the things or I just overbook my schedule. So I really want to improve this area of my life. And finally, I want this to be my gratitude journal. I started off about a year ago, and I do think that it's helped me a lot because sometimes when I'm feeling sad or emotional, I can just revisit the journal I wrote in the past, and it just reminds me that the emotions I felt at the moment, it's just gonna be temporary and it's not gonna last. And I also want to be more consistent with documenting all the little beautiful moments in my life. So yeah, these are my 4 reasons that why do I want to journal. And now I just need to find my journal. I only want a very minimal journal with certain threads set up already. I've done my research and I decided to go for the Muji monthly and weekly planner. It has the perfect size to fit into my smallest bag, making it very easy for me to carry around. I also love the simplicity of the design and the texture of the paper. The format is also perfect for making yearly log, monthly log, and daily logs, so that I don't need to create it myself. The dotted pages at the end provided flexibility for whatever I want to use them. Before diving in, let's remind ourselves that this is just an experiment. There's no need for perfection. If something doesn't work, we can always switch it up. I won't be focusing on the design because I only need this to be functional. Personally, keeping a well-designed journal isn't really sustainable for me. I'll be following Ryder Carroll's method. On the end sheets behind the front cover, I jot down the key. essentially the language of the bullet journal. A bullet signifies a task, something requiring action. A dash is used to represent a note, requiring no action. An open circle denotes an event, such as hair appointment or lunch with a friend. A right arrow signifies migrating forward, indicating tasks that need to be carried over. An exclamation mark is used for important instances, typically associated with tasks that must be prioritized. A cross represents completion of a task. A line through a task indicates it is no longer necessary. I intentionally place it on the left side, making it more convenient for quick reference by easily flipping back to this page. Next, I will set up the yearly view, which serves as my future log. I begin by noting all the bank's holidays. Sometimes I tend to forget about them, especially if they don't coincide with major festivals. This also makes it easier for me to plan my holidays. I also jot down my family and friends' birthdays, and for quick reference, I add a simple cake icon. After I finish setting up the yearly log, I move on to the monthly log. In the monthly view, on the left side space, I list the tasks I aim to complete for the month, which may include tasks migrated from the previous month, but since I just started, I don't have any migrated tasks. On the calendar page, I use this to record and schedule both events and tasks. I am keeping entries as concise as possible, as this is decided to provide a quick bird's eye view. On top of that, I also want to keep track of my habits here. As mentioned earlier, I only want to track 2 things: meditation and exercise, because health will be one of my key focuses next year. I use different colors to represent them. Next, the daily log is designed to capture your day-to-day tasks, upcoming appointments, events, and notes you want to revisit later. Personally, I also want to document my feelings if relevant, because it will help me gain clarity on my preferences on the task. On the right side, there is a blank page. I want to utilize this page to be my gratitude journal. I aim at writing 3 things that I'm grateful for today, but there will be no minimum. Keeping the consistency is the key here. In the last session, I want to keep it flexible. I don't plan to figure out how to use all the pages yet. However, I'll use the first page as an inspiration section. If I come across quotes or idea or anything I want to include, it goes into that session. Now, I have my bullet journal all set up, and I'm really excited to use it. I will see how it goes after 3 months and update my progress here. Remember to subscribe to my channel to find this out. I will see you soon. Bye!